Welcome to your Pilates reformer workout today. Your girl's got a sinus infection, so I don't particularly want to be lying down. I would much rather be sitting up and not suffering in a pool of my own gunk. So we'll do a full body thing and be fairly brief. We're going to start on one heavy and one light spring. Your headrests can be up or down. We will start kneeling on the machine. Headrest will be up. And before we start, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. I post new workouts all the time. And better yet, I also have my channel membership. There are over 85 exclusive videos. I've honestly lost count at this point. I post weekly workout plans. There's tons of fun content with extra prop work, restorative, stretch, all this good stuff that doesn't really make it to the main channel so much. So if you'd like to take your practice to the next level, that's a great place to do it. I'll include a link in the description box down below. I hope to see you there. All right, we will begin with our down stretch series. Now, this is a favorite of mine. Typically, I put it a little further back in a flow, but I do enjoy it for just core trunk stability. So we will begin kneeling. If you need a knee pad, feel free to use one. And toes curled under, feet up against the shoulder blocks behind you. The key for this one is we really want to keep the hips forward. So it's going to feel like you're in a giant scoop. We don't want to be sinking into the low back. We still need the core onto support. Collarbone is wide and your eyes are up to where the ceiling meets the wall. You want to keep our eyes there without craning the neck totally high. Push into the foot bar so the carriage presses away. Keep that scoop in the abdomen. Roll up, open through the chest, come on back. Now, I just slammed the stopper a little bit. It's not the best thing to do that, but if you do, don't sweat it too much. And come back in. Exhaling as you go. Inhaling as you come back. And I think I said this the other day, but a teacher of mine used to say his cue for when you come up was Little Mermaid. Like when Ariel's on the rock singing to Eric when she's still a mermaid, she sees him in the water like, no, with the big splash behind her. That's the same feeling of a nice open collarbone as you come up. And the more your gaze kind of comes down naturally, the more your butt sort of sticks out and you get out of the scoop and into more of a backwards pointing position. Let's take one more. This time really come in slowly with control. Keep that scoop in the abdomen. Close the stopper and let's roll back. We're going to switch to our two red springs, or two heavy springs in this case. This is a balanced body reformer. Let's place hands on the foot bar. This time, instead of the hips forward, we're going to send them way back. We want to be pushed far, far, far away from the foot bar. Think about flaring your sit bones back behind you. Keep that constant pressure. Knees come forward. Exhale. Press the knees back. Knees come forward. Exhale. Knees go back. So your hip is opening. The hip angle is compressing and extending as the knees go back. Your shoulders are not moving forward and back. That becomes a bit of a different exercise in that case. And we're targeting the lower abdominals for this one. It's very common to feel thighs as well. Quads are a very, very common thing I hear when people are starting to get into the groove of this one. But the more you're able to isolate this one to the hip angle opening and closing, the more we're likely to feel those lower abs kick on to support. Good. Let's take another 3. Big exhale as the knees press out. 2. And 1. Good. Knees bend. Bring it all the way in. Close the stopper. Let's roll up the shoulders. Shake out the wrists if you felt any tension start to build. You can also do a little wrist flexion if you need to. And next, we'll move into a little bit of back work. So let's be on one heavy spring for this. We'll turn around. We'll face the posts behind you. You can be seated for this one. I like to do it with the knees up against the shoulder blocks, either sitting on the heels or with the hips lifted. Hands go in the straps. In whichever position you like to be, we're going to roll the collarbone wide, find a nice neutral spine. So we're not sticking the butt out. We're not tucking under, we're just sort of in between. Big breath in, exhale. Press firmly into the straps. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Let the hands come forward. Inhale. Slowly with control and intention, exhale as soon as you start to apply pressure into the straps. We hold and bring the carriage back. arms come forward. Big exhale, feel your back muscles pulling your arms back, not just your hands pressing into the straps. And bring the arms home. Definitely we have abs in addition to back, and we have glutes coming on as well. Good, arms come forward. We'll take 2 more of those. Big exhale. And forward, triceps too. But let's really think about the bottom tips of the shoulder blades squeezing together and down. So we get all of those great supportive postural muscles included here. And back. Last one. And back. Good. Next time we press back, we're going to open the chest, keep the ribs down, hold the hands back, look over your right shoulder, center. Look over your left shoulder, center. Arms come forward. One more time. Exhale. Press back. Look over the left shoulder, center. Look over the right shoulder, center. Arms come forward. Nice job. Next, we will sit down, facing the poles still. You can extend your legs forward or put your feet down flat on the headrest, whatever feels most natural to your body. We will grab the straps into the palms, sit up nice and tall. You can extend the arms forward. Make sure you have enough room behind you so you can roll down onto your sacrum. Deep breath in, exhale. Tuck the tail under, roll down to your low point. Make sure the collarbone is wide, the shoulders are not up. Deep breath in. Exhale, curve through the spine. Roll all the way up. Sit up nice and tall from the lumbar spine, the low back first. Big breath in. Exhale, roll down. Find that low point where your abdomen is really kicking on to support. And roll up. Sit up tall. Let's take 2 more. Collarbone wide. And imagine like you're rolling up in slow motion. Make sure that you are in control of the spring. The spring is not in control of you. Big inhale. Curl the pelvis under. Roll down to that low point. Now we're going to hold that scoop. I'm going to pulse up and down, lifting and lowering the torso. But I'm still envisioning like someone's pulling my rib cage back or pushing my belly button back with their finger, and I'm trying to really resist it. So we're creating a lot of this resistance for ourselves. 2 more. And 1. Hold that position. Now we're going to tilt over to the side. Pulse up on the diagonal. Now my torso is pretty centered with my hips still. I'm not all the way over to the side off of my hip. I'm even on both hip bones, but I have the left arm lower and I have the right arm higher. 2 more. And 1. Back to center, over to the other side. Still feeling like someone's pushing your belly button back. Your abdomen is not bulging out as you do these pulses. It's really zipping in and up. 2 more. And this is reminiscent of something I do on Cadillac in the studio all the time. When you're ready, big breath in. Feel that big scoop as you roll forward and up. Good. Shake out any tension you feel in your body. Sometimes I like just to kind of shift side to side on each hip. When you're ready, arms forward. We'll do our back work. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to bring the arms out to a T. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Grow taller. Control the spring as the arms come forward. So palms will always start facing each other. Exhale. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together in the back. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Return with control. Very nice. Let's take 6 more. Oops. Big breath in. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way back. And if you need a little more resistance, you can add another spring always. But you can always choke up on the straps too. And if you feel this really gripping in your upper traps, that area between your neck and your shoulders, you can also take the arms a little bit lower, more in a 45 degree. But if you're able to keep them just about at shoulder height or below, we'll do that. Now, full disclosure, I completely lost count, but let's try 2 more. because I'm feeling good. Hopefully you're feeling good too. And last one. 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest, roll out the shoulders, look side to side. We'll take everything on a diagonal now. So, same starting position, hands pointing together. We're going to twist over to the right. Stay seated really tall. Left arm comes up, right arm goes down. Hold for a split second, come back to starting. Over to the other side. Left arm goes down, right arm goes on an upward diagonal. And back. Alternating sides. And if this spring load is too much, again, you can peel off, lower down to a light spring if that feels better for you. I always encourage you to go for a little bit more load if you can do the lighter one without or if you can do the heavier one without compromising your form. Now, if this is feeling very doable, we're going to come to a C curve. If you do not feel like this is doable, stay seated up nice and tall. We will find that big scoop in the abdomen, just like we did on that last sequence. We're going to twist over to one side, bring one arm up, one arm down on the diagonal. Just like we did seated tall this time, we have to navigate the abdominals scooping in and up, having to stabilize through the core. Good. And switch. Good. Other side. And my back is going to be really feeling stable after this. And last one. Oh yeah, fighting for that last one. Let's roll up one bone at a time. Close the stopper, fold over your legs. Just take a nice little stretch. Let's reset. We'll move into our bicep curls since we're in this position. So we will ideally find a curl. If your abs are getting really tired, you can do this one seated high, of course. We'll flip the palms to face up in this position. If you're curling, we're going to curl under with the pelvis. Roll down, find that big scoop position. Make sure your collarbone is rolled wide. Big inhale. We exhale, pull the hands in, hinge at the elbow, extend your arms long. Bend, and we extend. So same rules apply. If you feel like your abdomen is bulging out, you really want to focus on lifting through the pelvic floor, feeling the hip bones pull together, feeling your belly button zip in and up toward your sternum. And if that becomes too much, your alternative, sit up nice and tall, get your ribs on top of your hips, make sure your elbows are as high as you can manage, and you'll continue your bicep curls as well. Otherwise, we'll take 3 more. I'm going to go back to that curl. Last 2. And last one. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's roll up. Okay, let's grab the straps into your hands. We will turn around, face the right side. We're going to be kneeling for this one. We'll grab the left strap in the left hand. I'll switch to one light spring for this one, just because this can get a little tough on one arm. If you prefer a heavy spring, that's fine. We're going to do draw sword. So sitting on your heels or in a cross-legged position if you like. Elbow right in line with your shoulder, palm facing in. Keep your torso super stable. Big breath in, exhale. Lift the elbow, extend your arm out on a diagonal. Show your palm to the front. Bend your elbow. My God, I can't think of words today. Place it back where you got it. Big breath in. Exhale, lift your elbow, extend the arm, keep that shoulder down. Bend the elbow, hinge, and then place that sword back in its sheath. Feel lots of shoulder, lots of back. Extend, bend, place it back. Let's go for 2 more. Big breath in. Extend, bend, and back. Torso, core really stabilizing in this position. So just, everything in Pilates is a core exercise, right? That's the saying. Good. Let's place the strap down wherever it lives. And we'll turn around, we'll go to the other side. So we are kneeling. We are on the other side. Sitting on our heels, we've got the other strap in the right hand now. I'm going to pull the rope forward so that I'm able to get my right hand in line with my left hip. Shoulders are relaxed, collarbone rolled wide. gonna take a big inhale. Exhale, lift the elbow, extend the arm up on a diagonal. Your palm is facing forward. We bend the elbow, keep the wrist really straight, hinge, and bring the hand back down to starting. Big breath in. Exhale, lift the elbow, extend long. Bend the elbow, place it back down by your hip. Exhale. Now you can make this pretty fluid, but what we don't want to do is put a ton of power into it, right? So what I mean by that is sometimes we see people muscling into it, and you saw probably I lost control of the spring there. The strap started to go slack. So we really want to make sure that we take this slow and steady, focus on keeping the top shoulder down, control the spring just as much on the way in as on the way out. Beautiful work. Let's place that back down where you found it, and we will move on to legs. All right, last but not least, we're gonna do some side lying glutes. So turning onto our right side, let's grab the strap in front of us. I grabbed a ball to put under my waist. I'm gonna do this one propped up on my arms. If that feels too intense, you can lie down on your side. But if you choose to go into the prop, let's go for it. We will pull forward on that strap. The ball is under my rib cage. You don't need it if you don't have it. Place the strap over the thigh. Now my right forearm is down on the headrest. I have my right hand wrapped around the shoulder block. Left hand is down on the mat, and I'm pressing my top hip away, pushing through my right arm. Let's lift that top leg to hip height or a little bit higher and lower it down. Lift it up and lower it down. So you'll see my foot is coming up just as high as my knee is. Sometimes I see people kind of going into more of a clamshell for this one, where the knee lifts higher. We need that foot to come up to get the right part of the glute that we're after here. Good. Pause at hip height, little pulses up and down. So just above hip height and back. Still lifting through that bottom rib, regardless of whether or not you have a ball under there or if you're on your forearm or lying down. Lift. Now we go knee to knee, my favorite series. Lift, heel to heel. Big lift, knee to knee. Big lift, heel to heel. 6 more. And switch. 5. And switch. 4. Switch. 3. Final 2, keeping that pelvis really steady. And 1. Switch. Now, rest it down, pound it out if you need to. We're going to go for our circles and then our hinge kicks. Kicks forward, meaning extend and bend. Making sure that you're nice and secure. Top hip is pressed away, lifting through that bottom rib. Lift your top leg. Circles to the outside. We lift, go to the outside direction, the left, and bring it back. Lift, out, around, and back. 4 more. This is where it starts to get very tiring. Final 2. And 1. Other direction. Let's go for 8. 7. 6. Good. Big circles. And as a reminder, we're not extending the leg. Nothing in that knee is extending. It's all staying at a right angle. Last one. Okay, lower it down. Now, I'm a little annoyed with myself that I told you we were doing the hinges, because now I really don't want to do the hinges, but we have to suffer together. Big breath in. Restack your hips. Open your shoulders. We lift to hip height. Extend the leg forward. Bend the knee. Extend the leg forward. Bend the knee. So we want the top knee exactly over your bottom knee. We want that bottom knee right in line with your bottom hip. So ideally, none of this is happening out on a diagonal. Okay, 3 more. We can do this. We can do hard things. 2. And last one. Oh boy. Okay, lower it down, pound it out. When you're ready, strap comes off of the thigh. We'll close the stopper. We'll go to the other side. Alrighty, let's roll to the other side. We can lie down on top of this ball. This will be under our rib cage if you're using it. If not, we're just going to have to focus on lifting through the bottom ribs just as much. Place that strap on top of your bottom leg. Legs bend to a tabletop position. Shins parallel to the front. Shoulder over your elbow. Now push your top hip away so your hips are stacked. Lift and lower that top leg. Let's go for 8, 7, 6. Oh, my nose is running. 5, 4, 3. It's like, oh yeah, you wanted to work out? How do you like me now? And 1. Pause it, hip height, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we do a big lift, knee down to knee, big lift, heel to heel. Big lift, knee to knee, big lift, heel to heel. 6 more. And switch. This is 5. And switch. Still keep lifting through the bottom of your ribs. 3. Final 2. And last one. Rest the leg down. Pound it out if you need to. We'll do our final sequence. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift the top leg. Feet are flexed. We do circles to the outside. 6 more to make it 8. 5, make the circles nice and sizable. Not the most giant things you've ever done, but really try to work on your range a little bit. 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Reverse directions. We've got 8, 7, 6. Last 5. 4. Final 3. 2. And 1. Holy moly. Pound it out if you need to. We'll do our hinge and extend. Just a sec. Re-stack your hips. Press your top hip away. Lift through the bottom ribs. Lift that top leg to hip height. Now we extend it forward. Point your toe. Hinge at the knee. Bring it back. Extend your leg forward. Hinge at the knee. So the carriage isn't meaningfully moving because you're not moving that leg forward and back. You're not extending the strap here. You're just straightening the leg and bending. 3 more. Final 2. And last one. Oh God, lower it down, pound it out. Oh, okay, let's take the strap off of the leg. Ugh, easier said than done. Close the stopper. Let's get the ball out of the way. If you're using one, we will stay on 1 red spring. Scooter stretch. So we will kneel. Right foot on the right side of the reformer. Left knee down on the mat. Hands on the foot bar. We will start gently tucking the pelvis under, pushing the carriage back, opening through the chest, feeling that nice stretch through the hip flexors, and bring it back in. Good. Press back again. Let the carriage go back a little bit more. Raise your right arm up, twist, look over your shoulder, arm comes back, place it on the foot bar. Now, flex your foot. Extend back, hamstring stretch. Stick out your butt. Flare your sit bones. When you're ready, you can extend both legs. Go for your split. Now, mine is very dramatic. I am genetically bendy. Go as far as you like, within reason, but most of us will not get that low, and that's okay. When you're ready, close the stopper. The left foot aligns with the front edge of your reformer. Your right foot goes up against the shoulder block. Tuck your pelvis ever so slightly. Press back, open the chest, widen the collarbone, relax the shoulders down. Bring the carriage back up or back in. Big exhale. Press out, reach your left arm up. Twist, look over your shoulder to the left. Feel that nice deepening of the psoas stretch. Relax your right shoulder down. Left arm comes up, back to the foot bar. And close. Hinge back on your back hip. Extend your front leg. Flex the foot. Support yourself through your abs here. Feel that hamstring stretch on the left leg and extend both legs for your split when you're ready. Big breath in. Exhale. Bring it all the way to a close. bending the front knee, closing the stopper, and you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe. I post new workouts all the time. And join my membership. The link is in the description box down below. Exclusive workouts, weekly workout plans, so much good content. If you like this, there is so much more to enjoy there. I promise it's a good time. Speaking of which, thank you so much to all of my channel members. 172 and growing. Damn, guys, that's a lot. And I couldn't do it without you. Extra special thanks to the folks who have been with me for 6 months or more, and extra special super duper thanks to my 12+ month crew. Some of you almost 2 years, that is crazy cuckoo bananas. So grateful that this is my job. Big thanks to all of you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.